The satellite city streets. Oh! Sojourners of the Glass Island cutscene. The satellite city streets in their memory were at least somewhat orderly, but here, large chunks of broken crystal pipes are scattered everywhere. Uprooted sidewalk slabs reveal barren yellow sand beneath, and as they walk along, the view looks no different from the yellow zones. Apologies, brother, but this is where I will stop. No problem, no problem. My eyes are drooping now. Have a nice rest, brother. We'll reach the research institute once we cross the district. Wow, it looks like as if Ultraman and some monster had a brawl here. We're quite close to ground zero of the arterial crystal pipe explosion, and the high concentration of collapsed radiation attracted many invaders and ALITs, so this place practically got razed to the ground. In other words, there could be a lot of enemies lurking about. We cannot afford to be careless. That's true. We can deal with anything unexpected better if we proceed in an inverted triangle formation. I can take the rear. No, you lead the way in front. Mekti and I will cover the rear and flanks. Understood. G36K KSK nods demurely and walks ahead with her weapon held at the ready. You seem wary of her? An NPC that can accurately analyze the current situation, choose between remaining silent and talking freely with the players, and can also make tactical suggestions. She is basically a fully sentient doll. Are the support characters in the games you play so advanced? They could be. I don't really remember. You mustn't let down your guard around her just because of her strong resemblance to Andoris. Besides, she is completely different from Andoris. Oh, tell me about it. Unlike Andoris, she is insanely strong in combat. Though it would be so much easier to tell her apart if her personality is significantly different from the real deal. Just like Ruche and that number 90. I've been meaning to ask, is this Ruche my teammate? Oh, she doesn't also remember Ruche now. Mekti's eyes, which she can barely keep open most of the time, widen in shock. Ruche, you don't remember? Not only is she your teammate, she is also your best friend. Best friend. Corkscrew Twintails, always twittering by your side. And what else? I don't really know the story between you two. Vector rocks her neural cloud, but she cannot find any trace of the name. In her incomplete neural logs, someone runs over with the recruitment brief full of red crosses. The same person calls out to her through the thick glass while she is soaked in corrosive liquid. But the person's face is utterly blank. Vector freezes in bewilderment. I only found some broken memory fragments. Mekti glances uneasily at the camera that has been following them in silence, then awkwardly tries to comfort Vector. It's gonna be fine. Once we get out of here, we can reload our neural backups. A building ahead of them collapses all of a sudden, emitting a deafening noise. A long-haired girl emerges from the swirling dust. She stumbles in this direction, followed by invaders that are chasing her relentlessly. Help! Multiple enemy targets spotted ahead at 1 o'clock. Exact number unknown. They are moving towards us at high speed. Engage in 8 seconds. Hold on. That's... Worry about that later. Prepare for battle. Oh, they saw another familiar face. Probably Belka. Okay. Your turn. Thank you. You okay? Okay. Okay. It's alright now. There are no more invaders. G36K KSK gives the cowering girl a gentle squeeze on the shoulder. The girl, obviously very shaken, is still trembling all over. Above her head is a name tag that reads 416. Vector, I'm not reading this wrong, am I? Her name is indeed 416. Not you're dreaming or you have gone blind, right? You're reading it right. A crying Kluke. 416 cranes her neck and starts bawling. Or bawling. Fat tears roll down from her eyes. Her usually cold and haughty face now looks almost pitiful. I know it's not the real deal, but it sure is impactful. I didn't expect we'd run into another new NPC so close to the research institute. The two dolls walk up to 416, who suddenly jumps to her feet and grabs Mekti. What the? Whoa! I almost forgot. My sister. Please. Save my sister. I beg you. What sister? Ow, ow, ow. My arm is gonna fall off. Over here. Follow me. 416 lets go of Mekti and runs back in the direction she has come from. Sheesh. Her personality is different, alright, but she still got the same monster strength. Hurry, we're going after her. Oh. Zuchiro Cafe? It is surprising that there are still such well-preserved houses in this city. There's even a sofa. Mekti, immediately drawn to the sofa near the entrance like a nail to the magnet, collapses into it. G36K KSK follows them into the house and stands quietly in the corner. So soft, so comfy. It doesn't quite compare to my beanbag sofa, but it gives the couch in the lounge a run for its money. Come, Vector, savor this hard-earned moment of tender coziness. No thanks. Get up. We have stuff to do. If you mean the cutscene, you handle it. I'm very sleepy. Let me zzz. She can go to sleep even on level 2. Vector shakes her head in mild disbelief and walks up to 416, who is now by a bed in the room. She has to admit that the calm and quiet atmosphere here is quite relaxing. She decides not to bother waking Mekti. Big sis, are you okay? Don't scare me. As Vector approaches the bed, 416 unfreezes and starts crying piteously while holding the hand of the person lying on the bed, who happens to be... Belka? Oh, it's the other way around. Okay. The one lying on the bed with her eyes closed and her face pale is none other than Belka, but the name tag above her head reads GRG28. Oh, her original name. Hearing 416's voice, she musters her strength and opens her eyes just a crack. Big sis, you're badly injured. I tried to find you some medicine in the research institute, but I ran into invaders. These people saved me. You... Don't talk, big sis. Excuse me, do you have any medicine with you? The watery green eyes turn to Vector, and she suddenly understands how Mekti feels. Impactful indeed. Under 416's imploring gaze, Vector taps her watch and gives her a healing potion. Thank goodness! Big sis, they have medicine. I'll give you some right away. She tries to prop GRG28 up from the bed, but she may have aggravated her wounds as GRG28 starts coughing violently. Big sis, are you alright? Zzz. So noisy. What is going on? Mekti sits up on the sofa and rubs her eyes. She looks over at the bed. That's Belka? She rubs her eyes again. Kluke is holding Belka in her arms? They're both NPCs. I know, but Kluke is bawling while clinging to Belka? No way. I don't care if it's real or not. I've got to capture this absolute masterpiece. Where's my terminal? Mekti pats herself down frantically, but then she remembers she is on level 2. So she taps her watch. Ooh, there's a screen cap and recording feature. 416 dresses GRG28's wounds lightly. GRG28 finally directs her attention to Vector. You have my gratitude. May I know who you are? Option A. We are guardians. Vector reads out the only option she is given. We are guardians. Guardians, you say? Big sis, don't get so worked up. I'm fine. I'm okay. Allow me to introduce myself. 416 and I are both researchers at the National Research Institute's number 3 laboratory. I was in charge of the project to convert collapsed crystals into crystal energy. You could say we are the ones responsible for the crystal pipe explosion. Big sis, I've always known that crystal energy is not completely clean. Moreover, the safety of the crystal pipes is also very unstable, but we yielded to the authorities. Not only did we not put a stop to the experiment on crystal energy, we even pushed it little by little to the point of no return. Vector recalls TMP, whom they have met earlier, and draws the mental connection. Fortunately, we have a remedy. 416 used her own funds to develop a substance that can completely purify collapsed particles. The purification solution. Purification solution. Purification solution. That must be the secret weapon that number 90 talk about. Yeah, it makes sense. We have stockpiled a certain amount of purification solution in the Institute's laboratory. We just need to put the solution into the diffuser in the Institute's launch center. We can purify the city. The problem is, the launch center was destroyed, and the automatic security system within the Institute was activated, so we cannot get through. However, the Ruina Crystallis Air Base is in the northeast corner of the city. There is a helicopter there with a diffusion device installed on its tail. If you load it with the solution and fly around the city, you can also complete the purification. Zone map Ruina Crystallis Air Base obtained. This is it. Mekti, this is how we clear the game. Uh-oh. A gunshot erupts from behind. Like a slow motion scene in a movie, Vector watches as a bullet burrows out of her chest, passes through GRG-28's forehead, and leaves a black crater on the wall. No! The shot NPC seems utterly unfazed. She continues to rattle off the pre-written script with great emotion despite the bullet hole on her head and the continuous gunfire. But Vector can no longer hear what she is saying. She turns around with great difficulty, only to see a smiling G36K KSK with her gun raised, and Mekti was flattened herself on the sofa in terror. Mekti, run. No! Andoris is an enemy! Vector! Orbs of faint light appear where Vector has fallen. Mekti knows that they are Vector's drop items. What is the outside world like? Show me more. Uh-oh, is the AI... Oh god, she is terrifying. Look at that face. She has black eyes. G36K KSK stretches out her hand, and the lights fly into her palm like birds returning to their nests. The figure immersed in light begins to transform little by little. Oh, don't tell me you're gonna be a blue spear. Andori's illuminated face is as calm and serene as ever, but the color of the hair by her ears starts fading. Her body also droops like melted wax, and then it looks almost as if a pair of invisible hands are gently lifting her up and resculpting her. Oh my god! That is an actual jump scare. What is that? After the light has faded, she appears before Mekti like a patchwork portrait, with all the colors and characteristics of the different 404 members. God, that is terrifying. I thought it's gonna be a blue spear, but no, it's entirely something else. Not enough. Not enough at all. G36K? No. Who exactly are you? I don't like this name. It sounds like a tool. I want my own name. Wait, what the? A new name to mark a new life. Isn't that right? Jeez. Who the hell are you? That's right. Your name is Mekti. Mekti, it means dream. An eerie smile creeps across that uncanny patchwork face. I was born out of your memories, your dreams. You could call me Koshmar. Koshmar?